Now, fans of the Resistance, Matt Haywood here from the Star Wars Time Show to recap and review Star Wars Resistance Rendezvous Point, aka S1E8. The episode begins with the Colossus being under attack by the First Order, thanks to the fact that Doza activated a beacon to find someone. The Aces are getting beat down and Kaz is about to be blasted, but Tora saves him and tells her dad it's time to stop waiting for the person they're looking for and to make the jump to lightspeed. Just as the Colossus zips away, an X-Wing appears and is immediately attacked by the First Order. The X-Wing puts up a fight, but gets captured with the Star Destroyer's tractor beam, so the pilot is pulled into the hangar and taken away for questioning. Back on the Colossus, the Aces are lamenting their latest ass-kicking while questioning Doza's plans, which naturally pisses Tora off, so she leaves. Meanwhile, back at Team Bad, Tam and Rucklin see the captured pilot, and Tam thinks she has seen her before, so she gets a little curious. Kaz and Niku talk about how Doza and Tora always get weird on this day each year, so Kaz heads up to Doza and Yeager to hash out a plan to help them contact the Resistance, because he thinks that's what they're trying to do. This is when he learns that they were only looking for one Resistance pilot, and that pilot is Tora's mom, Venisa Doza, the one captured earlier by the First Order. Yeager tells Kaz to keep this info on the down low and explains that it was Venisa who got Doza to defect from the Empire and that she and him were pilots in the rebellion. Back on the First Order Star Destroyer, Tam begins to talk to Venisa to figure out why she looks so familiar. Venisa uses this time to question why Tam is with the First Order in the first place and tries to show her that she's being stupid. At the same time, her droid Torch, who has been playing dead, gets tossed into a pile of space trash, but then reactivates and heads towards Venisa's cell. Venisa keeps grilling Tam and even calls her by her name, which surprises Little Miss DT-533. She keeps her engaged long enough to allow Torch to stun her and then open the cell door. Back on the Colossus, Tora is sneaking around the hangar to try and escape to go find her mom, but Kaz finds her, and instead of ratting her out, he says he'll go with her, but then he learns that it's her birthday and that's why she wants to get away. At this point, Venisa is using Tam as a hostage to get off of the First Order ship, but she gets stopped by Rucklin, who luckily is a bonehead and allows Torch to shut a door in front of him to block his approach. They all eventually get to the hangar, and then all hell breaks loose. Torch starts blowing crap up to create a distraction, which he does quite well. Tam definitely questions what she should do at this point, but instead of knocking Venisa's gun loose, she actually tells her to run and get off the ship, so clearly Venisa's talks have been sinking in a bit. Torch steals a TIE fighter for one final distraction, which allows Venisa to get in her X-Wing and take off. As she leaves the Star Destroyer, she picks up Torch in a space jump, and then they hit hyperspace. Tierney then asks Tam if the pilot told her anything of note or interesting, to which Tam responds with a lie. The episode ends with Kaz and the Aces surprising Tora with a booger tower looking cake, and then she and Doza reflect on the hero that is her mom to close out the episode. The end. I quite enjoyed this episode of Resistance, which put the main plot thread of the Resistance versus the First Order front and center. I have to give credit to the character of Venisa Doza for doing so, and for her great little story in this episode, which shed some light on our other characters' past. She was also a great vehicle to connect us back to Tam, who has been out of the picture these past 4 episodes or so. I just really enjoyed her little talks with Tam, because they reflect what all of us fans have been thinking since she joined the Order at the end of Season 1. We all know she's too naive to get the big picture, so it's nice to see that someone could get through to her, and I think Venisa, being a strong female pilot and all, and connected to people Tam knows, was the perfect character to get Tam hopefully back on a path of redemption. I have to also mention that I really appreciated the bond between Venisa and her droid Torch, who, like most Star Wars astromechs, more or less saved the day for its human companion. Torch is a boss and is on R2's level when it comes to pulling off impressive escape plans to save their meatbag overlords. You can never go wrong with the Resistance when it goes heavy on First Order and the Resistance struggle plot points, so it was awesome to get back to the basics in Rendezvous Point. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please consider subbing to our YouTube channel. We'd also love for you to join in with our weekly Star Wars podcast, so use the links in this video's description or head to StarWarsTime.net to subscribe to the platform of your choice. There's always time for Star Wars Time, and remember, if you listen to the Star Wars Time show, the Force will be with you, always.